Hey guys, today we're going to be doing some more fall decorating. I got some new fall decorations, so I'll be sharing that with you. I'm also going to be completely detailing my car, doing some deep cleaning, a patio refresh, and making a crock pot soup. So let's get ready. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to get moving.
Watch me, just follow every move, touch me.
Alright guys, are you ready? We are doing some more fall decorating today. So if you guys watched last week's video, I pulled out my fall decorations. I decorated in my kitchen and my living room, but there were a few small areas that I did not decorate last year since we had just moved into this house. And so the goal for this year was to tackle those areas. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And then because we're getting in the fall spirit, I made a crock pot soup. So I'll be sharing that recipe with you. And we're just going to be doing a lot of cleaning. I have not cleaned out my car in over a year. Like really cleaned it out, so that's what we're going to be tackling today. But this was actually on Monday, Labor Day. The girls were home. They didn't have school, and Addison was my little helper. She is, out of all three kids, you know, like they'll take their time. Like there'll be moments where they'll want to help, moments where they don't want to help, which I think is pretty typical for kids. Now, Addison, she is my little helper. Most of the time I don't even have to ask. She just always asks to help out mommy.
Don't wait for too long, just hold me. We're right where we belong. Don't know what you need, but I got what you want, babe. We don't have to leave. The night is still young. Stay in the light. I want you to see it, just for tonight. I want to believe. So keep on coming closer. Keep me hanging on.
So here I was just cleaning up after our long 3-day weekend, which was really nice because we didn't have anything going on. And fall sports start back up. Actually, as you're watching this, Avery has her first double header. So she'll be playing softball, and then the twins start soccer this week. And so we'll have soccer and softball every single week. So it was kind of nice to have a low-key long weekend before the craziness of fall sports starts. We'll blink, and then it'll be like the end of October, and then everything will come to a halt because soccer's outside, softball's outside, and it gets pretty cold here by about mid-October. So we had a nice long weekend. Mike was upstairs getting the girls bathed and ready for the week, and I was cleaning up. how are you guys doing right now? Are you guys doing okay? Let me know. I hope you're hanging in there. Hope you're doing okay. I don't know. I think a lot of people like fall, but then other people hate that summer's ending. Depending on where you live in the world or even the country, I mean, fall. It may not be fall for you for a long time. Here in Northwest Ohio, it is pretty, like, actually this weekend, I think we're only supposed to have a high in the mid 60s maybe one day, but then it's supposed to get a little bit warm again. Like, I would say it probably stays pretty steady between the 70s throughout September, but then by October, that's when the temperatures really start to go downhill. Typically by Halloween, I know in years past, when I think about it, we've had to sit on our front porch, like when we didn't have kids and we would hand out candy, we always had a space heater and winter coats on. Last year it snowed 2 inches on Halloween, but I think that was one of our only measurable snows that we had last season. It was so crazy. Actually, the past 2 winters have been very, very mild here in Northwest Ohio, and we've barely had any snow, which is just not typical. But I've heard the forecast for this upcoming winter, it is supposed to be wetter than normal, so maybe we'll get some snow. I know the kids always like snow, but we will see. But here I had noticed there was like a lot of black fuzz or something that was on the stairs. So I was doing my little rake. It's like a lint roller. It's great also for furniture if you have pets. I don't have pets, but you can use it to collect pet fur off of your couch or chairs or, furniture. Then I was vacuuming it up. So if you guys missed last week's video, I did give an update on my allergy investigation, all of the allergy issues I've been having. There's multiple rounds of testing. I'll talk a little bit more about that here in a little bit and give you more details. But when you have allergy problems, to be honest with you, I'm just very grateful that I don't have too many issues or too many problems, and none of my kids do, knock on wood, so far, just because with me, it's just a few dry patches on my face and my neck, and then respiratory issues, and it's nothing too bad. I mean, it's manageable. I almost always have a runny nose. I feel stuffy most days, but other than that, it's not horrible. There are days it's worse than others, but for the most part, it's not too bad. But just seeing myself go through all of the testing, I mean, it's totally fine for me, but I just think of all these people, we hear all the time about different food allergies or, different types of allergies, and I just can only imagine, especially if it was with children, how much some of you guys probably have had to go through when you've had allergy testing. So if you've gone through this, I get it. It's a lot, but hopefully I will get some answers, but I'll talk more about where we're at right now here in a minute.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say that I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal. I just wanna
So most of this stuff that you're seeing is still available if you are looking for this exact type of decorations, because these are all the things that I did get this year, so this will all be linked in the description. I did get the books on clearance from Target, so I don't have those links, but I try to keep an eye out when I go to different stores like Home Goods or Target, or there's a few bargain bookstores that I've been kind of keeping an eye out, so just letting you guys know. So the one thing I need your opinion on, you know, when I put these together, these decorations, and then I did something small in the kitchen, when I pulled it all together, I was like, yes, that's it. I don't often get it right, but when I do, I just know it, and it felt right. I liked how everything looked, but throw pillow covers. So I was kind of thinking of what colors I wanted to bring in. Last week I said, you know what, I really don't want any bright, I'm not a huge fan of color. I like very neutral types of decorations and colors. So I figured I wanted to go like with a beige tan color. Let's keep it neutral. I actually bought like 5 different colors of these pillow covers. Like I bought some like rusty orange colors because you never know. Found a random sock there under the pillow. So I bought like a variety of fall colors, like muted yellows, muted oranges, like darker browns, and nothing looked good. These were the ones that I thought looked the best. So tell me what you think. So at first I put the brown behind the white. Now I left the blue there just because I have to order. It came in a set of 2, so I have to order another set if I'm going to keep these. And I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I leave? Do you like that brown color? Like I said, I tried a bunch of other fall colors and it wasn't my thing. I still wanted to keep it neutral. And I actually thought the white, even though it's like navy blue striped in white, I still felt like I liked that like creamy color of that throw pillow cover, and I didn't want to buy all of these other throw pillow covers. So I'm thinking, like, I'm on the fence of whether I like the tan beige with the striped pillows that I have. What do you guys think? Do you like that? Do you not? There's times that I like it and times I'm like, I'm unsure. And most of the time if I'm unsure, I don't know if it's something that I'm gonna like long term. Like usually I know right away if I like something when I decorate. So I'm kind of on the fence, but I'm like, well, it's better than nothing. It gets that blue out of there, adds the darker tans for the fall, but it's not overly crazy. So let me know what you think. Alright, so now it's time to clean out my car. This was kind of an impromptu decision to go and clean out my car. I haven't cleaned out my car in a while. It's been over a year. And honestly, as the kids have gotten older, it has gotten a little bit easier to keep clean. They don't eat in the car very often, so it's not like it gets trashed, but just everyday life of shuttling kids around and soccer cleats and softball cleats in here, it does get dirty. So I at least wanted to clear the junk, clear the wrappers and all of the extra stuff that kind of accumulates in your car, and clean the floor mats. So these came with the car. I know anytime I've shown myself cleaning my car, I always get asked where we got these car mats from. We did pay extra to have these all-weather mats in my Chevy Traverse. So I was just hosing it down on the patio, and I did that because it's shaded. If I don't show, like when I'm filming, it has to be under shade or the lighting is horrible. And I was spraying some Dawn Power Wash, and then I was using my drill attachments to scrub this. This is like the quickest and easiest way to deep clean the floor mats, get them all clean in the grooves, and it like only takes a few minutes. I also always get asked when I show this, the drill attachments are from Amazon. I think they're like $6 or $7 for a pack of like 4 or 5, and the drill is sold separately. So that is, I want to say Mike's drill. It's our family's drill, but I'm never using the drill. He's always the one using the drill. It's his drill, and they just fit any standard drill. Okay, you guys probably think this stuff is so gross or weird looking, but I have used it for years, and it's just this, you can reuse it. It collects all of the dust, all of those like little like crumbs or little pieces that kind of, you know, accumulate in your car in the cracks and crevices. So it just kind of gets all of that off. And then I was wiping it down with some leather wipes, and then there's this, it's Aerospace, I forget, like, there's a spray you're going to see me use here next. I got it from the Detail Geek. If you watch him on YouTube, yes, this. It's a protectant, and it's a UV protectant, and it just shines my car so well. He recommended it, and he just has an amazing, motivating YouTube channel. So go check out the Detail Geek. But if he recommends something for the car, I'm going to get it. And I've been using this also for a couple of years, and it just shines and protects everything perfectly. So that turtle wax is just an upholstery cleaner. It's just so nice to kind of have for just like a small spot. There was only one spot. Something must have spilled on my passenger seat. Grab that. It has a little scrubber on it so I don't have to bust out any other heavier duty cleaners. And it took away that little spot that was on the passenger side seat. So next what I was going to do is I was going to come outside, and I wanted to kind of refresh our patio. Patio gets dusty, it gets dirty. That is all chocolate on the cushions from s'mores. We make a lot of s'mores in the summertime. And so I was spraying some Folex on there, and then I was going to scrub it away. And then I wanted to hose down the patio, clean the rug, and just kind of give it a refresh. We only have about probably another month or so of patio weather. And so I'm going to be out there as much as I can. The kids are going to be out there. So I just wanted one more refresh before we put away the patio for the summer.
Something's in the air.
So really quickly, if you guys missed it, at the end of last week's video, I had talked about how I had the results from my patch testing. So there's patch testing where they put over 70 chemicals on my body for 2 days, and then they wanted to see if I had a reaction. That was step 1. They're going to do a CT scan of my sinuses to look at the structure of my sinuses, and then we're also going to do an environmental test. We will also test in our house for mold, but environmental test will test me for a reaction. They'll like scratch my back for pets, ragweed, mold, pollen, all of that. So that's actually in 2 weeks. So I will give you guys an update, but the patch testing came back. I am allergic to one thing out of all of the 70 chemicals, and it was propolis, Propolis. It is beeswax, essentially. It's a derivative from beeswax, and I checked everything that I have in my house, all of the products that I use, and it's in nothing that I use. So I even looked up different terms or different usually have a chemical, and then sometimes it can be, if you're looking at the ingredients, it can be named something else. I looked at all of the different ways it can be named, and I don't have it in anything. So I am allergic to it, so at least I know that. They're unsure what this means yet. It's just one piece of this investigation. So we're thinking the environmental test hopefully will give us more information. It could be a combination. Maybe we'll figure something out, or it could end up just being like, I'm just randomly allergic to this propolis, and even though I don't use anything with it, I didn't know I was allergic. So I don't know if that's in correlation with anything else, but stay tuned because there's more testing, and I think the environmental test will show something more. Patio season is almost over, you guys. We probably have a month if we're absolutely lucky. We'll see. But I'm gonna enjoy it until the end. All right, so what we're gonna tackle now is I want to declutter some of the shoes in here and the jackets, because even though it is blazing hot right now, give it a few weeks and we're not gonna be wearing sandals, we're not gonna be wearing some of these lightweight coats, and we just have way too many. This is what happens in the Midwest, because sometimes, like, we've had times randomly in February where it is 60 degrees, 65 degrees, which is incredibly rare, but occasionally it'll happen. We'll have the occasional warm day, 60s, 70s in March. But then typically it's not going to be consistently warm until about late May. The same things with shoes. So we just have a lot of jackets, a lot of different coats, a lot of different shoes and sandals. And right now they're just primarily wearing closed-toed shoes and boots for school. So we're going to declutter, put it up in their closet. If we have random times where they want to wear sandals, we can still pull those out. So I want to do some decluttering. It is not time yet to get out the hats and gloves. We don't need the snow stuff. We're talking probably a month and a half, but we're not there yet. But I want to do some decluttering and tackle this mess. So this is leftover. We had a pool party for Avery's softball team, so we have a bunch of stuff going on over here. This was like their bags they took to the pool party. We have laundry, paper towels I have to put away.
You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you're doing fine cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears are a proof of failure, you just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary.
So this footage, if you watched last week's video, it was actually left over from then. Sometimes I will just clean so much because I'm just like running around cleaning everything that I want to clean. So I'll have like my list, the list of what I need to clean that day because it's part of my cleaning routine. That I, will always add in some like deep cleaning tasks. But then inevitably, I will be walking through the house and I'll just see something that needs to be taken care of. And then I just decide to tackle it. Or maybe I wasn't going to clean the laundry room this day, but I looked in there and it was an absolute mess because of all the stuff we had going on over the weekend. So I'm like, I'm going to tackle this. So I think last week's video, I just had so much footage. I think the video would have been over an hour long. So I was like, no, I need to save some of this. So you guys don't need an hour of Jamie. So this is all left over, but this was the weekend after we had a big pool party for Avery's softball team, and then Addison had her bloody nose. So I was working on getting a bunch of blood out of her mattress and her bedding. So this was kind of like the area we just kind of threw everything for the weekend. So I wanted to get that all cleaned up. And then what I was going to do was make the lasagna soup, and I was going to go back and declutter in the back hallway for the fall. For decorating for fall, I'm gonna make a soup for dinner. I didn't know what I wanted to make tonight, and I was like, you know what? If we're getting in the mood for fall, let's make a soup. So I'm gonna make one of our favorite soup recipes, lasagna soup. It's such a good one. We love it. It's from Skinny Taste, if you're familiar with. I know she has a blog, she has books, all of that, but it's a really, really good recipe. So I will share with you guys how we make it. I will have this recipe linked below in the description if you guys want it. It is one of our favorites. We've made it for a couple of years. The girls really like it, and it's just a different spin on lasagna. If your family is anything like mine, I say this all of the time. Like, my family loves tacos, and we try to find different ways to make tacos, essentially, and it's no different than whether it's spaghetti or lasagna. It's just a family favorite, so we like to just find different ways to make it, and lasagna soup is so good, perfect for the fall and winter, and it's a fairly simple recipe, and honestly, pretty healthy.
I think we were meant to be. Stay with me if you want it.
So like I said here, I was just decluttering. I wanted to get rid of the sandals. I actually did keep some pairs because this is the time of the year that, like, honestly, it'll be like 85 one day and then the next day it'll be 65. So I do keep sandals. The kids really don't wear, Avery wears Crocs to school, but they don't really wear a ton of sandals nowadays. So I kept a few pairs, but I wanted to get rid of, most of the summer shoes. Okay, so let's talk high point and low point to the week. Honestly, I hope maybe this could be a message to you guys because it was for me. I honestly was not having a very good week this week for a variety of reasons, nothing major, just a bunch of little stuff. I was kind of in a funk. I don't know what it was. I was just not having the best week. And if you guys don't know, I used to, up until about 4 years ago, I worked for 10 years for a nonprofit. It is the organization that facilitates organ donation after a person passes away. So if you're in the United States, you make the decision on your driver's license to be an organ donor after you pass away. And so I worked with that organization, but there was a medical side. I worked in the PR side. It was like basically public education. And so that's what I did. I would go into high schools and give presentations to educate, never to persuade. I truly always thought it was everyone's individual decision to be an organ donor or not, but I just wanted to make for sure everyone had the facts, no myths or misconceptions. So that's what I did. I found out that 3 people recently passed away. They were volunteers. We had a lot of organ recipients, donor families, so people who had their loved ones pass away, they would volunteer in honor of their loved one who gave the life to someone else who donated their organs. We also had volunteers who had received a double lung transplant or a kidney transplant or a heart transplant, and I found out 3 of them passed away. And it makes you realize how precious life is. You know, with organ donation, you know, what you're doing is when I pass away, if I can donate, say, my kidneys to someone, what I'm doing is I'm extending the life of that person. I'm giving them more years to live. I'm giving their family more years with them. And it's such an amazing gift. And I just, 2 of these people, you guys were younger than me. And it just makes you realize how precious life is. And I think the tough part or the hard part of this week was just realizing they were gone. And I didn't find out until a week later. A coworker had, messaged me, and it just hit me really, really hard. And you just realize how precious life is. And it just made me stop and think. I'll take a break and I will pick back up in a minute. But I think that was my low point, obviously. But the high point to the week was it made me stop. Stop and think and be grateful. Yes, I was having a bad week, but at the end of the day, is it going to matter in a week? Is it going to matter in 2 weeks? No. I have my health. My family has their health. And it was just one of those moments that made me stop and think and just realize how precious life is and how grateful I am for the life that I have and the health that we have. So just a little reminder to kind of stop and smell the roses, you guys, because life is precious. Okay, so just to round this up, so after all of the juices and the seasonings were all cooked or warmed up, I threw in about 30 minutes before you're ready to eat. You throw in some lasagna noodles, and then you mix up some ricotta cheese, mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese, and some parsley, and you add that on top of the yummy soup.
Everything, 'cause you're stuck on my mind. So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry.